Imagine signing a business deal that gives a stranger access to half of everything you've ever built, a past, present, and future. No background check, no financial audit, no risk assessment, just vibes. Sounds insane, right? Yet millions of people do exactly this every year. We just don't call it a merger. We call it marriage. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The person you marry has a bigger impact on your net worth than your job, your investments, or the stock market. We obsess over expense ratios, diversification, and returns, but we blindly sign the most powerful financial contract of our lives. Let's strip the romance away for a moment. Legally, marriage is not a fairy tale. It's a financial partnership enforced by law. When you say "I do," you activate tax rules, property laws, debt liability, and long-term financial obligations. You are tying your balance sheet to another human being. Most people spend more time choosing a Netflix show than understanding this contract. They walk in guided by emotions, ignoring the numbers. And that's dangerous. Because financial incompatibility doesn't explode, it erodes. If a saver marries a spender, it's not romance. It's a slow-motion financial war. Let's talk numbers. Say you're disciplined and save $20,000 a year. Over 30 years at 8%. That's over $2 million. Now you marry someone who loves spending. Not reckless, just indulgent. That lifestyle leaks $15,000 a year. Your savings drop to $5,000 a year. Over the same 30 years, about $500,000. That relationship didn't cost you love. It cost you $1.5 million. And psychologically, it gets worse. You become the bad guy, the no person. Every conversation becomes a fight. Eventually, you stop fighting. Not because you agree, but because you're tired. That's the slow death. The sudden death is divorce. Statistically, marriage is a coin flip. Around 40 to 50% end in divorce. Imagine an investment with a 50% chance of losing half your capital overnight. Would you invest everything into that? Divorce doesn't just split assets. It destroys efficiency. One household becomes two. Costs double. Income doesn't. Add lawyers, taxes, forced asset sales, and legal fees, and up to 70% of purchasing power can vanish. And if you earn more, you may owe alimony for years. I've seen six-figure earners living paycheck to paycheck because of this. High income, zero control. So no, this isn't anti-love. This is pro-reality. Money is the #1 cause of divorce. Fix the money, and you protect the relationship. Treating marriage like a business decision before the wedding actually preserves romance. It removes the biggest stressor that destroys relationships. Now let's talk about financial infidelity, hidden debt, secret spending, lies. Nearly 40% of people admit to it, and you're legally exposed to it. Your credit, your assets, your future are tied to someone else's behavior. So how do you reduce this risk? First, radical financial transparency. Credit scores, debts, spending habits, no secrets. If someone refuses this conversation, that's not shyness, it's a warning. Second, the prenup. Not because you expect divorce, but because you respect reality. A prenup is insurance. Refusing to discuss it is a massive red flag. It means someone is betting on chaos instead of clarity. But here's the twist. When done right, marriage is the greatest wealth accelerator on earth. To align partners, shared values, one lifestyle, massive surplus invested, shared discipline, built-in accountability. That's a financial fortress. Marriage isn't the risk. A bad merger is. So here's the takeaway. Choose your partner like you'd choose a co-founder. Love matters, but alignment matters more. Because a broken heart heals. A broken financial future doesn't. If this made you rethink relationships and money, subscribe. On this channel, we build wealth with eyes open, not blindfolded.